Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with my ranking of the Child's Play series. So as I mentioned in my last video, the plan for this video was to be a Blu-ray and DVD update. However, I am still waiting for some stuff to come in. Supposedly now it's due on Sunday, so hopefully Sunday I'll be able to film all my new arrivals and post that update for you guys. But until then, I wanted to post another video since it is Friday night, and I realized I haven't done a ranking video since my first video back to YouTube. I decided to go with the Child's Play series for this one, so I'll be ranking the series in order of my least favorite movie to my favorite. Please keep in mind, like with any other video, this is just my personal opinion, and it's okay for you to disagree. First up, my least favorite film in the Child's Play series. I don't even own a single copy of it, other than in this box set, and I'm talking about Seed of Chucky. It's just my least favorite in the series. I don't know what I can really say about it. I don't think anybody will be surprised by this. It's just too silly for me, I guess. Now, I enjoy a good movie, I enjoy a good time, I enjoy a good amount of cheese, you guys know that. But Seed of Chucky, it just didn't work for me. It was too on the comedic side for me, way far away from what the series started out as. It is definitely the furthest from the original, and it just didn't get the job done for me. So, Seed of Chucky, my least favorite in the series. Next up might come as a shock to some people, and to be honest, I'm not actually sure I would rank the movie in this place, but since I've only seen it once, it's just the way that it worked out. And I'm talking about Cult of Chucky. As I said, I've only seen this one once so far, and I did enjoy it. I definitely didn't hate it. I definitely didn't dislike it. I liked this movie. I think I compared it to Curse of Chucky a bit, and as you'll see, Curse of Chucky is a lot further up on my list than this is, so it didn't come across as all that great to me. But again, I did enjoy it, and I am curious to see where the series is going to go from this point. So again, kind of a difficult ranking for me. I think nostalgia kind of won out in this round, because the next movie on my list I almost put here, but again, the next one has a kind of a nostalgic factor, whereas this one is brand new. And again, I've only seen it once. So Cult of Chucky, next up in my Child's Play ranking. Next in my ranking, as I said, definitely has a nostalgic feel to me, because I remember seeing this one in theaters. I remember being very hyped up when it was going to be released. I remember seeing the trailers and being very excited about it. And to be honest, it was sort of a letdown when I first saw it, because it definitely wasn't like the first three. And I'm talking about Bride of Chucky. So while I did enjoy this one, and again, it has that nostalgic factor, it really wasn't one of my favorites. You know, again, I wasn't blown away by it. I was very excited to see it. You know, I felt like they showed the trailer for this one a lot when it was coming out. It was sort of a big comeback for Chucky, since, you know, they hadn't done a Child's Play movie in years prior to this one. And again, I remember being very excited for it, and it just, I guess I was too hyped up for it. You know, it really didn't live up to the hype for me. It definitely took a different turn in the series, as you all know, and introduced, you know, Jennifer Tilly's character in Tiffany, and of course, you know, being Chucky's bride. So took on a whole different story, and while it was enjoyable and while it was entertaining, I do like this movie. It has some definitely has some memorable moments in this one. It just definitely didn't make it into my top Child's Play films. In fourth place for my Child's Play ranking is Child's Play 3. Now, I actually love this movie. I always enjoyed this one growing up. I used to watch this one a lot. I remember renting this one quite often. I love the setting for this one. I like the whole military school. I also like the ending, how it takes place in, you know, that sort of that fun house and that ride at the carnival. I always like that as well. Definitely some good scenes in this one, a memorable one. And, you know, it doesn't quite make my top three, because the other three are a bit more favorable to me. But again, it doesn't take anything away from this one. I always enjoyed it. And Child's Play 3 is number 4 in my Child's Play ranking. Now, the next one I'm sure will be a shock to a lot of people, and it's the original Child's Play, in third place of my Child's Play ranking. I know for some of you that's going to be blasphemy, but it is what it is. I love the movie. I really do. I really, really do. But I like the other two more. And it doesn't take anything away from this one. It's definitely a classic. You know, it started the series, of course. You know, I do like Chucky's look in the original. I love that pretty much half the movie he's not really alive. You know, you're really just going by, you know, what Andy's telling you, and you're only seeing bits and pieces and him running around and that sort of thing. And it's not really until, you know, halfway through the movie that you actually see him come to life when he's, you know, attacking Catherine Hicks's character. And I always like that about it. But again, as far as my ranking goes, it just slightly misses my number 2 spot. And my number 2 spot goes to Child's Play 2, fittingly. Always loved this one. You know, prior to my number 1 coming out, this was always my favorite Child's Play movie. I just love it. Again, I think it's another nostalgic factor for me. I remember being in the old video store and seeing the big standee of Chucky with the Jack in the Box, and by, you know, at that time I was probably shorter than the standee was, so it was pretty cool looking at this giant stand-up Chucky doll, and I always enjoyed seeing that. And again, it has a nostalgic factor to me. I love, you know, the characters in this one. I love the character of Kyle. And this, of course, has that classic end scene in the factory with all the Chucky dolls. You got the crazy way that Chucky's killed in this one with all the plastic and rubber and the head exploding, and it's just awesome. It's just really good stuff. This one has a really good atmosphere to it. There's a creepiness to this one. Not that the other ones don't have a creepiness. Maybe with the exception of Bride and Seed not really being all that creepy. But the rest of the Child's Play movies definitely have a creepiness to them, and I think it's probably felt most in this one. Again, just my opinion, but Child's Play 2, number 2 in my Child's Play ranking. So here it is. It's no surprise now, obviously. My favorite film in the Child's Play series, Curse of Chucky. I know, it might seem crazy. It's almost unbelievable to me because I'm not usually the person that's going to choose a modern horror film over a classic from the 80s and 90s. But this movie just got it right. I just love everything about this movie. I love the setting. I love the atmosphere. I love Nika's character, played by Fiona Dorff, who is fantastic in this. You know, this one blew me away. You know, I was talking about Bride of Chucky, you know, a few minutes ago in this video, talking about how hyped up I was for that movie when that came out. And I guess maybe my hype wasn't as high for this one. I was definitely excited when I knew it was coming out after all those years, but I really wasn't I really wasn't knowing what to expect. You know, after what was Seed of Chucky and my least favorite movie in the series, I didn't have my hopes up. So when I watched this one, man, did it blow me away. I just really enjoyed this one. I also love the new look of Chucky. As much as I love that original style, I love the new look in here. I love the twists and turns in this one. I love the death scenes in it. Man, I just love this movie. I've watched this one, you know, many times since it was released, and it just doesn't fade for me. I enjoy it every time I watch it. I specifically enjoy the unrated version. So those of you who haven't seen the unrated version, which I'm sure you have, you know, you definitely have to watch the unrated, specifically for that extra scene at the end. I don't want to give anything away just in case you haven't seen it, but you know, that end scene alone, oof, that was a good one. So yeah, Curse of Chucky, my favorite movie in the Child's Play series. So that's it, guys. My ranking of the Child's Play series, from least favorite to favorite. Comment below, let me know how you would rank the series. I always love to hear your opinion on things. As I said, I know you guys probably aren't going to agree with a lot of this, but it's my own personal opinion and my own personal ranking. And I enjoy all the films, I really do. You know, maybe not so much Seed of Chucky, but it is what it is. So, again, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.